Okay, so it is the 9th of March. It is the 9th of March. And I'm sorry, I look like crap once again. I tried to put my hair up so that it doesn't look as bad, but whatever. I've been tired as all hell for the past couple days. So I vlogged on like Sunday or Sunday morning. If I vlogged on Saturday, it was actually Sunday morning. I don't really remember. Anyway, past couple days of my life. This is going to be a really long vlog, so if you don't want to hear it, sorry. Monday. I get up, get ready, walk down the bus. Bus is like 10 fucking minutes late. Not really, not that late, but it was late. Go to school, go through the motions, find out I have an essay due on a book I never read. Go to Grease rehearsal. Get yelled at because the people... I'm going to get into Grease later. I'm just going to go through my couple days, and then I'm going to get to the ranting and shit. Monday, go to Grease rehearsal. Gonna talk about that. Tuesday, wake up, go to school, go to marching band, which is supposed to be 3 to 5, but I had to leave at 3:50 because, by the way, I'm in the color guard. I'm not in the band because I don't know how to play an instrument. I'm in the color guard, and I'm pretty damn good at it in our color guard. Compared to this other kid who is just fucking amazing. He's wonderful, and I love him to death. And he's gotten more mature over the past year, so I can actually, like, hang out with him and not want to, like, slap him in the face a lot. Because he's matured as a person. And I want to applaud him for that. There we go. That was my applause. Yay. So I went 3:50. Then I ran to driver's ed. My driver's ed teacher takes like a fucking half hour to take attendance. And then we watched another video about how every single young person that gets in a car dies. Basically. While we were in driver's ed, our driving lecture person is standing there talking, and all of a sudden we hear boom. Anyway, yes, I have memorized that entire drum thing because I love marching band a lot. It is one of my favorite things to do after school, even though sometimes I'm just like, oh god, my life. I really love it. It's something I love a lot, and I really want my own flag so that I can practice. Because my friend and I... Oh gosh, I'm derailing from the story. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so we hear this. We're in the hallway. Like, it's kind of like my school is set up, like, if you turn it on its side, on the bottom floor, there's, like, this hallway that goes around like this, and then there's the classrooms in the middle. There's 2 of them. They're 2 big ones, because they used to be, like, an auditorium, but then we got an actual performing arts center. So, like, we're in one of them. We're in this one, and the marching band is walking around the outside. The drum line is playing, so we're sitting in the classroom, like, watching them go around, and I'm sitting there, like, doing the drums with my hands because I watch the people doing it all the time. And everybody else, no one else there, out of like the 30 or 40 kids that are there, no one else is in the marching band except for me. So she's like, what? So our teacher is like, what is that? What is that? And I'm like, it's the marching band. And she's like, why? why? Is something happening soon? And I was like, we have a parade on Sunday, and then we go down to New York City for the St. Patrick's Day parade. She was like, oh, I have to tell them because we can't hear anything. And I'm like, okay, you go do that. Whatever. That was hilarious, by the way. So that happened. Then I felt bad because I had to leave marching band like an hour early. So after driver's ed, I left and I went outside and practiced guard for a while. And then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you about my friend and I before. I was going to just practice our routine alone for a little bit, but then my friend came out because we had to stay for Grease rehearsal. So I'm out there and I'm practicing for a bit, and then he comes out here and he's like, "Oh yeah, you remember that toss we were trying to do the other day? Let's try that again." So I'm doing it, and it's kind of like, if you know what I'm talking about, it's a drop spin, and then you kind of do, it's sort of a Peggy spin. It's not a full Peggy spin, which I still don't really understand, but I'll figure it out eventually. I think it might be a Peggy spin, but I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not. Peggy spin is really just to get into a toss, apparently. I need to watch more guard videos. So we did drop spins. So we did, it was 1, 2, 3. The fuck we do? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Peggy spin, and we tossed it up in the air, and we did that for a while until we got it like almost perfectly in sync. And then we did that, and we pushed them through each other, so they came down like this, like whoa, like whoa, like kind of like that. And it was really awesome, and we actually did it like a lot, and it was pretty awesome. And my friend and I were so excited. We were like, he's amazing. Okay, he got into the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. He was in their color guard. Damn, that boy is amazing. Just saying. His name is Ben Bisogno. He's amazing. Maybe I shouldn't have said his last name. I don't care. Actually, I do kind of care, because if anybody creeps him, I will find you. Because I love that boy. He's amazing. He is just fabulous. Anyway, so Grease rehearsal. It's supposed to start at 6:30. They scheduled it for 6:30. There was a fucking Board of Education meeting at 7:30 or something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure the Board of Ed meetings start at 7:30. It might have been 6:30. I don't know. But almost all of the leads and the supporting leads, which are just fucking greasers and pink ladies, one of which is, like, this girl that I've talked about before that does not fail to remind me every single day that she's a fucking lead in this show. Anyway, they didn't get there until, like, fucking 8 o'clock because they had to perform for the Board of Ed. So why the fuck did our teacher even schedule that? Because our choreographer didn't get there until later. She was there earlier than Miss P, but she didn't get there later. So we were just doing vocals, and then we ran a number, and then because our choreographer wasn't there, she said that she didn't work on the number, so it didn't count. And then we got yelled at because we weren't singing loud enough. If my friends and I sang any louder, I would not be able to talk right now because it would have strained my voice to the point of it breaking. I'm sick of all these fucking... There's a bunch... all the seniors in the show are either dancers or leads. Except for one. Because he sucks. I'm sorry, but, like, I will talk about him later. I've talked about him before. So I'll talk about him later again. The juniors, there's literally like 4 of us. One of us is only in one scene. One of us is fucking Rizzo. And the other 2... One of us is that girl who doesn't fail to remind me every day that she is a supporting lead. Which doesn't make sense, by the way, if you think about it, a supporting lead. Just gonna throw that out there. And the other junior and I both actually work. We work. Because we actually like doing theater. Even though I hate this show, I'm not gonna stand in rehearsal and sit around and talk. I'm gonna fucking do the show, and I'm gonna suck it up and fucking deal with it. And while I might complain about it on the outside of the rehearsal, I will admit sometimes I make comments during rehearsal I shouldn't. It maybe takes me like 2 seconds, and then I'm like, oh gosh, sorry, and I stop. These other fucking freshmen, I'm not saying this is all of them. There are definitely some freshmen and some sophomores that actually work. My friend Ben is one of them, and he is not a fucking lead. And he works his ass off. Every single other male sophomore is up at the end with the leads. He can outdance them. He can outsing all but maybe one of them, and he can outact. Actually, I don't know. They're kind of... They could compete for acting, but he can outsing and he can outdance, and he is pretty much equal or above them in acting. So I don't even know what the fuck that's about. Our drama teacher is fucking stupid. I'm not saying I don't love those other sophomores, but my friend is just fucking amazing. Even though I'm friends with all of them. But I'm more friends with Ben because he's just fabulous. Yeah. But they are literally just there because, like, they think they can just fucking sit there and talk with their friends and hang out and not get yelled at by their parents for it. That's it. They're not there because they like to do theater. They're not. They're not there because they like to sing or they like to act. The girl who's the fucking lead has said she doesn't like to act. So what the fuck is even going on in this show? Just... Ugh. And I'm selling tickets during lunch, which I'm not even actually selling tickets. I'm handing out order forms. Tomorrow, I guess I'm going to walk around and be like, does anybody want to buy tickets for Grease? I didn't do that yesterday because yesterday I was working. I had to do some homework. And today I was just fucking pissed off. Monday I didn't do it because I forgot. What was I saying now? I was saying something. Oh, yeah, and we fucking got yelled at because people didn't show up. And our drama teacher's like, I know I shouldn't be yelling at you guys. Then fucking don't. You know what my opinion is? I'm sick of these people not fucking showing up to rehearsal. Like, I'm just saying, there's these certain people that just never show up to rehearsal. And I just want to punch their vaginas, even if they don't have any. If they are male, I will punch their dicks so hard, I will make a vagina for them. How about that? She's fucking yelling at us. I'm like, you know what? Stop fucking yelling at us. Go find these people and tell them that they are out of the fucking show. And reblock the scenes. Unless they're a fucking lead, in which case they should have been at those other rehearsals, and if they weren't, you should have fucking kicked them out already. They are replaceable. You can move them. You can fill in their spot. It doesn't matter. But stop fucking yelling at everybody else who has been to rehearsal. I have missed maybe 2 rehearsals, and that is because of something that has been planned months in advance. Usually a Girl Scout event. You're gonna fucking yell at me because I'm helping my community. You know what? You can go fuck yourself. Like, oh. If she saw this right now, she would kill me. But, like, she doesn't even think I'm a real theater person, apparently. So you know what? Whatever. I need a letter of recommendation from her for one of the colleges that I'm applying to. If she puts in it that she doesn't like me, I'm not going to send her a letter of recommendation to one of my other colleges, which I don't need her for. I'm going to get someone else. I mean, I'm sure it would look good for my letter of recommendation, but I can also get my chorus teacher to do it. And she fucking loves me. Because even though I don't think she's the best chorus teacher ever, she tries. And I do not talk during her class. Like, every once in a while, Like, once again, I'm sorry, I'm a teenager, I'm gonna comment once in a while. I try not to, but sometimes I can't help myself. So, I stop, I listen to her, I listen to what she has to say. If I don't think she's right on something, I'm not gonna do it. Like, if she tells me to sing like this, I'm not gonna sing like that. I'm gonna sing like this. It's just better singing, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you don't know how to sing, blah, 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 talking in your class, blah, 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 chewing gum in your class, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna fucking sing, and I'm gonna deal with it. And I'm just fucking sick of all these disrespectful people. Like, oh, God, just... This is why I'm gonna double major in psychology. Because if this is what the real world is like, then I'm just gonna stick with psychology. Because, you know, I don't even care. Anyway, in chorus, we're going to Virginia Beach in like 30-something days for an adjudication. If you don't know what that is, it's based on other high schools. I seriously doubt we're going to do well, because nobody in our chorus cares about anything. But there's 2 solos in the song so far that we've gotten through it, because we haven't even finished it. It's called Witness. But like there's one male solo, and then there is a soprano solo. There's not really soprano. There are a couple of soprano notes, but it's a female solo. Usually, sometimes. It's not always a solo, but I think it has been expressed by our chorus teacher that she wants it to be a solo. And I really want it, like, really bad. Like, you have no idea. Like, I want this fucking solo so bad, but I know I'm not gonna get it. But, like, I'm still gonna try. I'm not just gonna give up. I'm gonna try and get this solo. But, whatever. So, I think I'm going to stop this one now. I'm going to make another video today because I have some more stuff to rant about. But this one is already going to take forever to upload because I'm pretty sure I've been talking for about 20 minutes. I don't even know. But the other one is just going to be on a not completely different subject, but it's going to be different. It's going to be less about the performer, or it's more about people that I want to punch in the vagina. That are not. Just because of the show. Okay, so